Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to share a thought with you as I make my way out today. A friend of mine, Rita Spinola, a few years back, shared this analogy with me where she said that people can be like the hands on a finger, or the fingers on a hand, rather. You know, we're all connected, but if you look at the hand, the thumb is sometimes way out here on the other side. The thumb is not the same size as the other fingers. The other four fingers, generally the same size, all connected, but all a little bit different, right? All connected, but the thumb out here on its own. And sometimes when you are trying to do something different, live differently, have a different philosophy, maybe break old patterns, you can even feel disconnected from the people that you are closest to, right? Maybe it's your family, your friends, your coworkers, people who you have a real bond with. You're connected, but still just a little bit separate. And in those times where we feel separated, we feel isolated, sometimes the temptation is to give everything up so that we can just have that sense of community, have that sense of togetherness. And I want to really encourage you to make sure that in those areas where you are the thumb, because we all have that space in our life. Maybe it's the way you eat, maybe it's the way you think, that separates you from the rest of your crew, the rest of the hand. Stand 10 toes to the ground in your thumbness. I was having breakfast with my 5-year-old nephew a couple of weeks ago, and I was feeling that sense of disconnect, and I was feeling that sense of a little bit of isolation. And out of nowhere at the table, he starts playing with the paper towel holder, and he starts picking it up with his thumb. I didn't really pay attention to that because, we were having conversation. And so at one point, he was like, "Auntie Marty, look what I'm doing." I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm picking this up with my thumb." And I said, "Yenga, why are you picking it up with your thumb? Boy, come on, eat your food." He said, "I'm picking it up with my thumb because the thumb is the strongest finger on the hand." And it caught me off guard. It caught me by surprise, but I paid attention. And I said, "Yenga, what did you say?" He said, "Auntie Marty," looking at me, right, dead in my face. "Auntie Marty, the thumb is the strongest finger on the hand. Everybody knows that." And, he said that, and it just really, for me, was just such an affirmation of what I had been feeling, what I had been thinking, what I had heard from my friend Rita, out of the blue, but not out of the blue. We know it wasn't out of the blue. For this 5-year-old to bring that message to me in that moment, it was so powerful. And I really wanted to share that with you. The thumb is the strongest finger on the hand. And each one of us in some space in our life are the thumb in our tribe. Again, maybe it's the way you're trying to eat. Maybe it's the way you're trying to do relationships differently. Maybe you're trying to get an education that others didn't get. Maybe you're on a career path that others didn't choose. You're always going to be finding yourselves having those moments where you feel the aloneness, and you feel that isolation. So today I want to remind you, as my nephew reminded me, my buddy Yenga, I love that kid, the thumb is the strongest finger on the hand. So in those moments when you feel yourself like you're alone and you feel that sense of thumbness and you feel that sense of isolation, set your intention to stand 10 toes to the ground in that thumbness, in your awareness, in your individuality. It doesn't always feel comfortable to feel a little bit of a disconnect. Sometimes we want to run back and really just, do whatever we can to have community, but don't sacrifice who you are just for that momentary sense or that momentary feeling of belonging, right? If you're going to be a thumb in a space, be that thumb and stand again 10 toes to the ground in the strength of who you are. The thumb is the strongest finger in the hand. So today when you're going around and making your way in your day, keep that in mind and just stand strong in your thumbness. All right, that's it. I got to get this walk on right quick. I'm a little bit late because I lost my keys, but I found the keys and I'm handling my business. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.